Good morning. My name is John Revis. I'm a lecturer in nursing for Oxford Brookes, both at home and on the Hong Kong Dragon School. I've done a quick guide for you on how to record a video lecture using Google Meet as a recording device. It's very simple to do once you get used to it, and for me, it's the most flexible method to do this compared to things like recording of audio over a PowerPoint or recording your PowerPoint slides and things like that, which for me seems a bit slow and cumbersome. So I'll show you the different kind of things you need to do to get started, how the recording happens, and then where it's saved for you. The key thing is that you are signed in to your Brookes Google account, which is where the magic happens. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can get some ideas about what we need to be doing. Okay, so present. So what you'll need is your computer, and you need to check that your microphone and camera are working. I'm sure many of you have had a good workout on that already in the current environment where we seem to be using it a lot. You need to be signed into your Brookes account, as I said. It's best if you can sign out of any other account, because Google tends to default to private accounts if you're not careful, and that won't work. You also need your prepared slides. So if you're going to do a presentation with slides rather than freestyle, or using just a background or something like that, you need to have these ready. For PowerPoint, you'll probably want to upload them to your Google Drive. How to do that? So if you save the PowerPoint, say for example you've just saved your PowerPoint to your desktop or to your hard drive of your computer, you'll need to open up your Google Drive, and you will need to create maybe a folder called lecture or whatever you want to call it, and drop the file, the PowerPoint file, from your documents or your desktop, wherever it may be, into that file, and it will upload. When it's uploaded, if you click on it, it will kind of open up a preview on the screen. I can show you what that looks like if you haven't done that before. So that will look like this. Chrome tab. So if you go to your drive, it will look like this. So I've got a folder on my drive called Learning Technology. So if I click on it like that, it says record a Google Meet lecture, and it gives you a preview, and you can click through that absolutely fine. But what you want to do is click on Google Slides. So open with there at the top, Google Slides, and what that will do is, let me just present that tab for you. That will give you this screen as we've just seen before. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. If you have that, keep that the Google Slides open in the background on a tab, that would be great, and that's your kind of starting point. The next step, you need to head to meet@google.com. Okay, meet@google.com will open up a video chat area for you, and that will look something like this. Let me just get into that. It will look like this. Okay, so very funky background. What you want to do is join or start a meeting. Okay, click on that. You don't really need to call it anything, because actually what ends up happening is that it doesn't save it under that name anyway. So I just tend to leave it blank and click continue. That'll take you to this screen. You'll see here it checks my audio and my webcam, make sure it's working, and you'll see in the bottom left corner there's a audio bar that when you speak it'll start kind of flickering, which tells you it's recording. Not recording, sorry, but it's working. Okay, click join now. Don't click present at this point, too early. So just click join now. And we really are wheels within wheels here. I'm recording myself, recording a recording. But anyway, it will come up with this box that says add others, etc. You want to close that down. And at this point, you're ready to record. So once you think you're about ready to go, what you do is you click on present now, and you want to click on a Chrome tab like that. And you want, I won't do this because it will log me out of everything, considering I'm doing this kind of as a recording anyway. But once you click on a Chrome tab, it will give you a list of the tabs that you have open, and you want to pick the one that's got your PowerPoint slides or your Prezi or whatever it is that you're presenting. Okay. As the first point, it will give you a notification at the top of the screen saying you are sharing whichever tab it is. You can click on that tab, and from now on, whichever tab you click on, it doesn't matter. You're presenting the one that you've clicked on. So if you've clicked on your presentation, you can look about other things, but people looking at your presentation will only see the slide that you are sharing, the tab that you are sharing. So for me, let's just close that down a second. We'll go back to me. There we go. Okay, and let's go back to our slide so we can see where we are. Okay, so we've done that. Okay, the next thing you need to do. At this point, you just need to reopen that Meet window so you can see what that looks like. Okay. And what we want to look at now is this window. Okay. So let's say you're sharing your screen. You'll notice in the area where the video normally is, what will come up is something about you are now presenting your screen, which is exactly what you want. But what you need to do to record is as follows. So in the bottom right, we have three little dots that says more options. So we click on that and we click record meeting. Okay, so I'm not going to do that now, but that's what you'll do. So you record meeting, click, come out of there. And what you want to do at this point is go back and just click on the tab where your presentation is. It will give you about 5 seconds to get ready, and then it will start recording. And it will be recording, remember at this point, your presentation and you. So you get a double whammy. It's a very good setup. It records your presentation slides, but in a smaller window to the side for the video that it produces. It records you as well and your audio. So at this point, you need to do your presentation. Okay, so you will go to your presentation and you will talk through your slides as I am with you now. Okay, once you are finished, as it says at the bottom here, go back to the Google Meet window where all the magic is happening. So you go back to that tab, and on those three dots where we clicked initially to start the recording, we do the same. We click on the three dots and we click on stop recording. Okay, so the thing about this, of course, is you need to just kind of think of your kind of your ending of your presentation to kind of coincide with the time. There are video editors that can edit this and you can trim it down or whatever else, but I tend to try and work it out so that when I'm ready to stop, I'm kind of coming into my preamble. I go to that screen and I click on the three dots and then I click stop recording, and that basically means that the recording's done and you're ready to go to the next steps. The next steps are really simple. In fact, it's automatic really. The presentation is saved to your Google Drive. Okay. It takes between 10 minutes to an hour for the video to be processed. So obviously that needs to be considered when you're recording. You can't always record at the last minute. And what you need to do then is consider consider where your recording is held. And to do that, we're going to go to Google Drive. Okay, so let's go to my Google Drive, and I can show you where some of my recordings are kept. So let's go back to the home page. So my drive on the left there. And as you can see, there's some videos up here of me this morning doing some dry runs of this to make sure it's working okay. But what I'm looking for is a folder called Meet Recordings. Okay, so once you start these recordings, you will your Google Drive will automatically set up a folder called Meet Recordings. If you click on that, you'll see here I've recorded quite a few different things of late. These files here are MP4 video files, so you have the option, obviously you can click on them and they will start to play, which is not what I want right now. You can right click and share, or you can download and upload elsewhere, and I'm going to do a separate video for you on that about where you can upload. Mainly, I think probably the easiest thing to do is to use YouTube, as it's affiliated with Google. We have access to the best version of YouTube through Brooks as a business partner with Google. So I tend to use that as my platform because it makes it easier to share and embed into Moodle files and pages and books and whatever else. And that's all really you need to do. A couple of, let's just come back because I've got a couple of top tips for you as well, which I think are probably worth mentioning. And they are, remember your surroundings. I know we're slightly limited as to that at the minute with working from home, a lot of us, but it's worth doing a practice so that you can see how things look and sound as well, because sometimes we think we're being clear, but actually sometimes it can the sound quality can drop out. Also, having windows open and things like that, traffic, fans running in the hot weather, that kind of thing. Dog barking is my personal bugbear. My dog decides to always bark when I do one of these recordings. We've been good so far. And be prepared to do a couple of takes. As you saw on my Google Drive, I've done a few this morning where I've just made tweaks because it is a slightly different way of working. If you've got any questions, do feel free to ask. My email is there for you, so it's jrevis@brooks.ac.uk. And I hope that was helpful for you. And yeah, look for my next video, which is about uploading to YouTube. Okay, thanks very much.